Okay, so this is my audience. This is my informative speech. It's to inform the audience about the benefits of rescuing an animal from an animal shelter. These are my cousin's rescue dogs, Google and Tootsie. They're under the tables. We'll pan over to them later. Okay, so imagine this, guys. It's the third quarter of Super Bowl 52, and you and your friends are intensely screaming at that TV as the third quarter comes to the close. You're laughing at a hilarious Doritos commercial involving a hideous man make out with an intensely attractive blonde woman. Then, all of a sudden, Sarah McLachlan appears on your screen holding a beautiful, sad-looking dog. Sad music begins to play, and she begins to discuss the horrors of animal cruelty and how you, the viewer, can help this tragedy by rescuing a dog. A tear runs down your cheek, and you think to yourself, what can I do to save that dog? At the end of that commercial, Sarah says that the best way to solve the problem of animal cruelty and overpopulation is through adoption. Today, I'm going to tell you the importance of rescuing or adopting a dog from a shelter. By adopting a dog from a shelter, you, the owner, will become a happier and less stressed individual. The overpopulation will decrease, and the adopted dog can receive a better quality of life. Let's begin with the proven reasons of how becoming a dog owner will make you happier and lead to a less stressful life. Dogs will always be happy to see you and give you unconditional love. They'll always greet you, and they'll always be happy to see you when you come home. By saving a dog's life through a rescue, you'll feel the sense of fulfillment and boost your well-being. Pets make both your mind and your heart happy. The CDC says that stroking your cat or dog can lower your blood pressure and make you feel much more calm. By lowering your blood pressure, you increase your chances of surviving a heart attack. Playing with your pet increases the levels of feel-good chemicals like serotonin and dopamine within your brain. Maybe that's why people recover from a stressful situation more quickly when they're with their pets. Have you ever noticed that when you travel to a country before, you've noticed that there's such a vast amount of stray dogs? Well, that's due to the overpopulation and overbreeding of dogs in the world. Shelters help prevent overpopulation through regulatory laws in place to ensure that all animals that go through the adoption system are sterilized. Animal shelters in approximately 32 states require that animals are sterilized before they leave and become adopted. The overpopulation of unwanted animals puts pressure on our country's limited public resources to find homes for these animals. It is clear that states definitely have begun to take problems created by pet overbreeding seriously. Now that the dogs have been sterilized at the shelter, they are one more step closer to going to a safe home, a forever home that can allow the dog to receive a better quality of life than if they were in a crate all day or in a temporary shelter. Greyhound race dogs receive minimal care when they are in kennels during their race career. Dogs who do qualify to become a racer typically live in cages their whole life and are kept muzzled by their trainers at all times. In a PETA examination of a dog racing facility, many exhibit crate and muzzle sores and suffer from infestations from parasites both internally and externally. Their thin coats and lack of body fat make them extremely sensitive to temperature, and these dogs have to race in both high heats like 100 degrees and below freezing temperatures. In an interview with my friend who owns two ex-racers, he could only speak highly of his furry siblings. As we spoke, the dog slept on the floor and patiently sat next to him the entire time. They were calm, sweet, and gentle. Whenever he would click the leash to go for a walk, they would get so excited. They'd jump to my height and wag their super large tails. It was clear how happy these dogs were to be in a home like that. In conclusion, my point is clear. Adopting a dog is both beneficial to the adopter and the adoptee. The statistics I shared throughout my speech are pretty eye-opening as to why it is necessary to rescue a dog from a shelter. By rescuing a dog in your life will be filled with happiness, you will contribute to the decrease in overpopulation, and you will be giving a dog a better home than in a shelter or out on the streets. Lastly, by rescuing a dog, many owners say they feel a sense of fulfillment or pride. Just so you know, if you're interested in rescuing a dog, go to adoptapet.org so you can look into the hundreds of millions of furry friends that need homes.
How did you happen to